It's a beautiful day here in California again. Yesterday it drizzled most of the day. Gave us probably close to an inch of precipitation, more than we've had in some time. But now it has that spring smell and everything's absorbing the water as fast as it can, because today it's supposed to get in the 80s, but the next couple days after that, back into the weird weather. Thunder, lightning, rain. The new world order. The real new world order. Okay, let's talk about farm animals. Because we need to. And I know that every time I talk about this subject, people click off. I can see it on the stats. And they just don't want to know. They don't want to know. They want to live in a fake bubble where they believe that animals are treated humanely and are looked after and so on and so forth because of the bottom line. But in reality, that's just not the case, is it? We're going to talk about farm animals dying in barn fires by the hundreds of thousands every year in the U.S. And this isn't by accident. I'm afraid this has everything to do with insurance. Just like when flooding comes, the farmers don't let the animals go and, get them out of the way of the flood. They just leave them in the barn to die because all that meat is paid for. So it's like getting an extra paycheck every year. It floods. It doesn't bother them any. A little cleaning and they're back up. Get more animals in there and they're back up and running. The people around the world want their meat at any cost. Since 2013, 3,464,610 chickens have died in barn fires. 68,746 turkeys, 87,858 ducks, 86,556 pigs, 4,900 cows. 4,900 cows were allowed to burn to death or burn to death accidentally. 1,949 sheep, 734 rabbits. Now, why are rabbits so low on the number? Because here in the U.S. we don't raise rabbits, but rabbits are raised all over the world by the millions. And there's no fires related to barn fires in other parts of the world because they don't insure them. They don't have the insurance money. This is all because of insurance money. This is the extra pay. Even though they lose a barn, the insurance will pay for that too. All the animals in barn, plus they get a new barn. If they were in financial trouble, what a way to get out of it. They die anyway, right? Right. What we can do about it is obvious. Less or no meat eating at all. Over time, not all at one day. You have to slowly get out of meat eating. But let's talk about something completely different, huh? The wet bulb temperature is 35 C and humidity at 100%. That's the wet bulb temperature, meaning that humans can't live past that temperature. It's a known temperature, and mammals have a hell of a time trying to live past that. It means imminent death if you have to go through that for any length of time. So old studies say that the wet bulb temperature would be reached, I'm doing a video, at in a couple of decades. They said about 24 years we'd be reaching that. Well, guess what? A new study, it's happening right now. This is happening in short bouts of effects. So in other words, it's only there for a few hours or maybe a day or two. It hasn't reached that point where it's there for days, weeks, months. Data found that extreme heat and humidity doubled between 1979 and 2017. The reason they don't go up to now is because there just isn't enough data yet, so they go on data that is definitely there and peer-reviewed. That way you get an accurate study. I guess I can use this. So where are these incidents of wet bulb reaching 35 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees humidity? Bangladesh and Pakistan and India all had bouts of this last year. That's not good. You notice how humans are getting it from all directions now. We're getting it from disease, famine, war, and now environmental. But environmental's always been there, but it's ratcheting up. The next areas that the wet bulb is expected to reach is Australia, the Red Sea, and Mexico. These places will now be starting to reach an extreme that they just can't handle. So, as we get more and more in trouble with all kinds of situations, it's more important that the scientific voice gets heard. But the other day, I went and I checked 6 different progressive YouTube channels, and every single one of them were playing Trump ads. Trump ads. Now, my question to the progressive community, Trump is not worth the 2 to 3 cents that you guys get to play his ad. That's about all you're going to get. Why are you playing Trump ads? Just don't play Trump. Just don't play ads until they stop playing Trump ads. If they're going to play the ads, why are you putting their ads on your site? You know, we all have to look at this greed factor for what it is. Are we really willing to put on a Trump ad for just a few cents, if anything? What are you guys thinking? You're just not watching what ads are being put on? Is that it? Oh, God. Every day I keep getting more and more concerned that we're not going to get out of any of this, that this is just going to continue. I mean, what's going to change? Here in the U.S. we're opening up, and every state that has opened up is now skyrocketing in cases of virus. What's wrong with us? Why would we even go out, even if it was opened up? Humans, I think I'm more and more thinking that we're not going to make it. All we have to do is stop eating meat, and we'd probably stop all these viruses from transmitting into humans. But that too is a place where no one's willing to go. Not going to stop eating our meat, but we're fully willing to infect ourselves with viruses that may never have a vaccine, such as the cold, the flu, HIV, or COVID. How long have they been looking for a vaccine for HIV or any of the other sexually transmitted diseases? You know, thinking that there's a vaccine around the corner is just pie in the sky nonsense. This was brought on because we eat meat, and there's no way you're going to tell me anything differently. If we didn't eat meat, we would not be getting these viruses. We probably wouldn't even have the flu. It's amazing what humans will do to have their meat. I appreciate the ups, downs, and new subscribers. Definitely the comments. Don't forget for progressives to check their ads. And until next time.